Alright, there. I think I'm good.
You sure you're good, Jared?
Yeah, it's a good question. Let's play some D&D background music.
With the inferior Discord app?
Yeah, for real. Rhythm bot, you bastard.
I still think it's dumb that they made GroovyBot go away, basically.
Yeah.
Well, music.
GroovyBot still works. It's just you're stuck with like Spotify and shit like that.
Yeah. Which is not great.
I'd like to know how many subscribed people. I'd like to know how many people had that. And I'd like to know the number difference before and after what happened. Is what I'm trying to say. Words are very hard.
Oh, you mean like how many people were using GroovyBot?
Yeah.
Then compared to
It just
now?
immediately kicked it. Alright. Stream is on. Title is correct. I'm actually recording this time, unlike last week. How are you, Nathan? Welcome back.
I'm chilling.
Chilling like a villain. With a closet of spaghetti.
Hell yeah.
What are you drawing?
You'll see.
You'll see.
I need to make like a separate I need to make like a whiteboard for you guys. Is that a whiteboard? I wonder if my mic is...
Is it a goat?
No.
Damn it.
Is that Sans Undertale?
Oh my god. Is that an ape?
Is it, I thought it was a bird until you put the
It's
eyes.
Grim from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, right?
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh my god, I wasn't looking at, like...
You gotta
I'm
adjust
dumb
your eyes
now.
and look backwards.
Yes, pretty good, Nathan.
It's pretty
The
pog.
show was so good.
It was.
That was a good show.
Alright. Let's see. Homework. Jackie's sheet is all fixed. Does anyone else feel like they have any issues with their character sheet I need to go over or anything? Probably wouldn't hurt for me. I'm probably gonna... Let's see. It probably wouldn't hurt to go over everyone's sheets and just make sure everything's correct. Since we're using some homebrew stuff with the Odyssey stuff. Neutral battle map seems fine. Can you try moving your character token around, Blake? Just make sure.
Paused.
Oh.
Yep.
Hmm.
Seems fine.
I
I
cleared
don't
it.
know what was happening.
I don't know either. It could have just been some leftover entities or something that... I don't know.
Oh, see, once I go right here, it won't let me do it. Like, I can't move to that square to her left or right.
The fuck?
I don't know why, but it's fine as long as she's on, like, the rest of the map.
That's super
It's
weird.
like it's treating, like, that area like there's a building or something there. And
Like-
it's trying to walk
like
through a
that-
wall.
There's invisible walls.
Like that one specifically? Right there?
Like, if I go to the right from here, it won't move. But if I
You
move
can't
down,
go
I
into
can
this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you literally cannot go into that one. Jared, are you controlling my character? Because I'm not doing it.
You can enter them from above? Excuse me? Not that one, though.
Oh shit.
Alright, that's super odd. I'm gonna add, completely replace generic map. I'm just gonna make a new scene later this week and just replace it, just so we don't have to
Okay.
fucking deal with that, because that is super weird.
Because there are some places that'll let you go through it like you walked in an alleyway or some shit, but then
That's-
there are other places that won't. It's
odd.
like there's a wall that you
Well-
have to go to. See, I can't move to the left or down from where I am
If
now.
if you
but I-
remember, Blake, when I ran that basic session with those 3 tutorial characters for you guys, I had like map assets here, so it must be something to do with those.
Yeah, that could probably be it.
But whatever. It's super weird.
It's up.
Alright. So everything on the list is good. Everyone's character sheets are good. I'm sure you read the document, Blake, but we're gonna stick with cantrips for now for that spell question.
Sounds good.
I'm fine raising it later. Once you have access to higher spell levels, I'm fine with your other spell being a first level. But the main reason that I read when looking up that rule was that sorcerer, it makes sorcerers a little strong since they're the ones who can turn any spell into
Yeah.
a bonus action. So that makes sense that that's there. But we'll raise it later.
I'm not that worried about it.
Yeah. Everyone else's character sheets are all set. Seth, do you wanna retcon any tentacle descriptions at all?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Anyone.
We figured out a bit more about his patron, that's all.
Oh, okay, I was confused. Where you going, Seth?
All over the place.
Off the map?
Oh,
Whoa,
God.
really off the map.
Don't want that.
Sophia.
Are you putting us all on this map?
Yeah, I was just dragging you guys onto it. And then there's, I should just drag Kira out of the folder because I use her so much.
About making us a singular token for the
That's another thing I can add.
yeah.
I also want to make a landing page and a team token. Resources. Alright, that's better. Does it show the name under it for everybody?
Yeah, it shows Kira.
Yes.
There we go.
I liked that there, how dare you?
I'll end up updating everyone's tokens later. I'll fix this right now, actually.
For now, you could just use Kira's token as a team token.
That is true. That is true. That's probably a good way to do it for now.
Since she's kind of like leading us.
Alright. Hovered by anyone. There. Should show people's names when you hover their tokens now, which is nice.
Yep.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, so Nathan, did you end up watching the last session? Do you need a bit of a rundown?
Oh shit, I forgot to watch it.
That's fine. You're just in character. You're just in character. That's fine. So basically what happened was you guys were getting ready to go and sorry, I got distracted. Fel keeps messaging me.
Tell him to shut the hell up.
Get muted, Felinor.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So you guys were all getting ready to go and go with Kira and whatever, and Nathan was like, I gotta go get shit from my cabin. So that's where Nathan went for the duration of last session.
You mean Raphael?
Yeah. Oh, Raphael. Was it Raphael or Raphael? I forget what you said. Raphael.
Ill.
Raphael. That's right. All right. So Raphael went to get shit from his hut, cabin, abode, whatever it's called. And he was gonna meet you guys at the next crossroad, but a couple hours passed, and he ended up coming back to the Sour Vintage where you guys are now. So why don't you guys go ahead and...
An inch then.
Nope, you guys are still at the Sour Vintage. We're gonna do travel today, and we'll start the dungeon.
You're not gonna tell him what happened?
You guys can tell him what happened. He's asking. He's gonna show up and ask you guys. Why are you grumbling at me? I do enough of the work.
The Sour Vintage was attacked by I don't want to say like a forest spirit being. It seemed like it was affected by some malicious bugs.
Or a curse or something?
Yeah. Excuse me.
Bugs. I
Mhm.
mean,
Did the arts
Worms.
Did the arts show up when I did that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I gotta add that tusk to your inventory before I forget.
So basically, like, what happened was we heard some rumbling, and so we backed up a little bit, and out from the forest came a dark-colored creature with lots of legs. Is that correct, Jared?
Yeah.
Okay. And once we injured it a little bit, some of the worms flew off and burned into the ground. Kind of stuff like disintegrated.
They're not safe to
And-
touch.
Yeah. And eventually, when it was mostly uncovered, you could see that it was like a giant boar. Like a spirit forest spirit, excuse me, I'm dyslexic sometimes. Jared, I can hear myself so much from you.
Sorry, honey. It was making my mic cut out too much when I reduced it before.
I'll try to talk quieter. But yeah. So that's what happened, and it broke the first, what was it?
Ward
Protective
layer.
barrier around the inn before we were able to kill it.
well, I imagine a spirit boar wouldn't be too easy to hunt with a bow and arrow.
That is true.
It's pretty big.
It was
So-
giant. And its body didn't remain after it was killed. It kind of like disintegrated.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We have no proof this happened. He's just like, yeah, sure.
Well,
He'd
there's
still be
there's
alive then.
there's black stains and shit all over the ground, so I think he'd know
Mhm.
something
Okay.
happened at least.
Well, and I also have the tusk piece.
And there were also two assisting characters who happened to be nearby that were battle ready that helped out in the fight. If anyone wanted to interact with them at all, I think Blake did, but
I went over and thanked them after the boar fight. I'm not sure if you want to say that I'm doing that now.
sure if you want to.
Okay, so after the boar got murdered and Raphael started rocking up, Elena kind of ignored Raphael. And I'm gonna call him Raphael. I'm sorry, not really. It's Raphael. I won't actually call him Raphael.
What
I
about
read
his
it,
twin
so-
brother, Ref Succeed?
Yeah, no, Raphael, right? Raphael.
Raphael, yeah.
Okay, so
Gale isn't sick.
Next-
You're gonna bully Nathan into changing his name.
Where Nathan,
Yeah.
Nathan and Emily, and eventually
Where's
Jackie. I'm gonna
my-
call her Elena enough.
yeah,
Where's your what, Emily?
Where's my Rapha healthy at?
okay. So Elena is going to go up to the two who assisted, and she is going to thank them for helping with the boar, because they did kind of charge in from behind the ward line and risk their own safety. So it was like, thank you all so much for helping. We do appreciate it. And she kind of glances at them both.
The paladin woman ignores you for the most part. She kind of glances at you, but at the moment she's kind of like knelt at like the spot where the corpse disintegrated, like kind of praying and like maybe sanctifying the area or something, or at least she's in prayer and she's like muttering things, and she mostly ignores you.
Nice.
But the other woman, the centaur lady, she's got a bit of a Sylvan accent, but she seems she doesn't seem too concerned with your thanks. She's like, she considers it her duty to the people of the inn. Like, you know, they let her stay there, so she's gonna protect the area. Like, it's just kind of what she does. But she does compliment you on your lightning magic, which she kind of she shakes your hand, and like a spark flies between both of your hands, like kind of like does that same kind of arcy thing that you were describing before. But she also is a subscriber of being a fan of lightning magic. So
Oh, that's cool. Okay,
Nice.
the jolt, Elena kind of jerks her hand back just a little bit, like she's startled a little bit, and glances at her hand, flexing her fingers a bit, like they might have been numbed because the lightning spark between them. And she kind of gets
Sparks are flying.
this little awkward smile on her face and shuffles just a little bit. It's like, thank you. And then she glances back at the rest of the group contemplatively.
translated from choose a language because she doesn't have any. Can you guys read that?
Yeah.
I can't read a word
Well,
of it.
whatever. I guess that's something to keep in mind with character tokens that don't have a language.
Yeah, I can't read a word of that.
I think it.
Does it show translated from choose a language underneath it for y'all?
No.
Wow, why do I see that, Jared?
Oh, I see that too, actually, but I.
There, hold on.
The original text.
Let me let me fix that real quick, I guess.
Because you have choose a language on your character sheets. I just looked at Eris's character sheets and Raphael's
funny.
character sheets.
It's
They
a
have
head
choose
common.
a language.
Why do we have choose a language,
Is
Jared?
this
What is that?
canon? Where is Chusa in the world?
The choosa.
There you go. Better. Fucking choose a language. Yo, how many
Yeah.
how many
Fizz
people am
called me
I?
a freak
How many people
last
am I
night.
muting?
I remember now.
Okay, so Elena kind of takes a glance at the centaur lady again and then looks back at the rest of the group. And her eyes kind of pause briefly on Deianira. And then she kind of brightens up a little and turns back to the centaur. And she's like, I'm Elena, by the way. It's nice to meet you.
Zafira also introduces herself, rather
Okay.
gruffly, but she's gonna continue on with helping everyone clean up at the moment.
I'm going to follow her and try to mildly help, but also glance back at the rest of the group and consideration. And I'm going to kind of help Zafira with whatever she's working on cleaning up. But I'm also going to bring up that before all this happened, the group I was planning to leave with announced that there was a situation requiring immediate attention not far from here. And honestly, I'm a bit skeptical about how good of an idea it is to go with just the 5 of us. Would you be willing to help us?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Ooh,
That's pretty good.
that is
Not very
really good.
persuasive.
She is willing to help. However, at the moment, she is obligated. Her contract keeps her in this area at the moment. But once they're finished and she feels like the area is safe, she'll head over to the temple. She'll follow you guys. She makes it. It seems pretty clear that she. It seems pretty clear that she can handle herself and finding wherever you guys go. So.
Okay. Elena gets, like, kind of gives one of those awkward, yeah, that's okay, I understand, sort of smiles, and then thanks her anyway, and does finish, like, helping her clean that one thing
Mhm.
before kind of glancing back to the rest of the group and taking another look at the priestess praying. Or the cleric, or the paladin,
Yeah.
trying to sanctify the ground. is there anything unique about what the paladin's doing to sanctify the ground?
Uh,
Is there anything like specific?
Not in particular. It seems just ritualistic. Emily, what are you doing right now?
I am like anxiously waiting far
She's ready to
far
go.
away from. Yeah, I'm like ready to hit the road.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Gotcha.
but-
That's fine. I was just wondering. It seems ritualistic. She's not doing any kind of like runes on the ground or anything. It seems more. It doesn't seem like actual spell work. It seems more like ritual work, if you know what I mean. Like it seems like a religious thing more so than an actual spell she's casting.
Actually, Daenerys definitely takes a little bit of an interest in that, but
Do you want to make a
For the most-
religion check?
I'd be down to
sure.
make a religion check too, actually.
Sure, go ahead.
Where the frick?
Double
religious
Nice.
Up in here.
Both rolled the same.
-1. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Understandable.
The iconography that the woman is wearing, and the prayers that she's making, and with the way she fought, you guys can tell that she is a sun nymph, which is like kind of like the opposite of what Emily is. Emily's like a night nymph, basically, like a star nymph, right? Like stars and night and stuff.
Yeah. That's fine.
But you guys do know that sun nymphs tend to be very zealous about their religions, and they tend to worship not one of the 5 gods, but their own sun god, whose name I'm forgetting at the moment.
Is it Helios?
Yes, Helios, thank you.
Okay. I thought I read it somewhere. I can't tell you where. Okay. So Elena's not gonna bother her, but she is kind of gonna piddle her feet for a second and glance back at the sour vintage, then back at the group. And she's gonna kind of shoot this kind of last longing look back at the inn before turning to go back to the group proper.
Okay, sounds good. Does anyone want to say anything to anyone in the party before we head out?
I'll tell Elena. I don't think anyone would begrudge you if you wanted to stay and help make sure everything's secure over here.
Elena kind of smiles back at Danier and takes a second, and then like her hand kind of comes up. and rubs the back of
Danier
her
will
neck.
remember that.
Yeah, Danier's gonna remember that. And her hand kind of comes up and rubs the back of her neck, and she does glance back at the inn one more time, and she sort of, it's almost like she's deciding something, because she just suddenly kind of relaxes and her smile gets a little bit more genuine, and she looks at Danier and is like, no, I really was about to leave soon anyway, so I also feel like I at least owe you something, because at least you didn't hesitate. I know I kind of threw us into that fight a little abruptly, but I really do appreciate you helping, so I guess it's my turn to help you now. Oh, I'm Elena, by the way. Nice to meet you.
I'm Daenerys. It's nice to meet you as well.
Okay.
Elena's such a cute character.
She really,
Oh,
yeah.
she's the worst.
Daenerys definitely.
Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm gonna restart my stream real quick, 'cause I'm lagging.